Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to do a simple overview in InDesign. We're just going to do a simple book layout project.
Before we get started, I would like to share some insight on using these tools so you have a good experience and outcome. The best way to learn graphics in design software is to immerse yourself in the finished products of these tools. That means exploring a variety of digital and printed design products, such as books, magazines, posters, invitation, and layout. This exposure will give you a good idea of which templates are best suited for your project. With designing a layout for a poster or magazine, we consider a hierarchy and typography in your designs. You want to have an explosive title, a captivating subtitle, high quality images, and a harmonious color scheme to make your designs stand out. When someone picks up a book, the headlines and images play a crucial role in capturing our attention to hook potential buyers and earn positive reviews. Starting a project can be overwhelming, but researching and gathering inspiration from various magazines and books will provide you with a diverse range of ideas and methods. Sometimes you may not be sure about the direction, but experimenting with different concepts can lead to extraordinary results. Think of designing like landscaping, as a landscaper uses different colors and shapes to create a beautiful space. You should carefully consider how to present all the subjects in your design. Embracing the digital world, don't be afraid to move text around and adjust the layout to achieve the desired impact. Remember, having multiple options is better than having none. If you find yourself facing many choices, don't worry. You can gradually narrow down your selection to the top 3 and then proceed confidently with your design. Research is key to be knowledgeable about a topic. You can then combine different elements to create a truly unique and captivating design. Remember that although we have technology and AI, Chat GPT, and Dolly, which are helpful tools to get work done, there is a limit to what these tools can do. So we cannot rely solely on technology and AI to do the work for us. It's like a hammer or a pencil or any other tool. We as humans have to do the thinking to create a vision or agenda for a project and then use the tools to help us. I hope these insights inspire you to unleash your creativity and master InDesign for outstanding graphic design projects.
So let's get started.
So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to New File. As you can see, you see this custom and you have the default. And as of now, they are both 8x11. So we're going to go to the side. As you can see, it's 8x11. And as you can see, the orientation is the orientation. We're going to keep it. This is the landscape, right? This is portrait, so we're going to keep it portrait. Okay. And then with as you can see, if you were doing a typography, you would go to Pica. But we want to keep it something that we are familiar with in the Western world. We're gonna go with inches. And you see your column. I like that. It's 1.66. I like that. Okay. And if you see the column gutter, it's the space. It's the spaces in between the column. The column gutter is the space between the column. Your margin is the space between the top and bottom of the page. The bleed, as you can see, we're going to leave the bleed. As you can see from top to bottom, we're going to leave all of that zero. The bleed is if you have images or text, it stays within the frame, and whatever if it goes past the frame, means that it's going to get cut off. Okay, now we're gonna, as you can see, I'm satisfied with everything. So press create. Okay, now you have, just like Photoshop, now you have a blank canvas. Okay, so we are going to work. We're going to work on a document, and as you can see, with InDesign, you have your tools. You have your tools to the left, and as you can see, this is the move. And then you have your layers, right? Just like Photoshop, the layers they're very important to the success of your project, and it's very, the layers helps you keep everything organized. So it's best to have multiple layers. And as you can see, this is the pages. The pages are important depending on how long you want your newspaper, your book to be. So we're just gonna work on a multiple page document. So you have your master's page, okay, and then you have the following pages after that. So okay, so this is gonna be a couple columns, and then we're gonna have our image. So first thing what we want to do is
Drag the image from your file folder. To make it easy, I usually put it on the desktop.
okay, to make the image fit within the frame, because you want everything to be proportionally within the frame. So what you want to do is you want to go to object, fit in, and then as you can see, fit frame proportionally, and press it. Okay, sometimes it doesn't work perfectly, but we're gonna do it again. Now you see, as you can see, I drag the image, it fits into the frame. So now we're gonna add column, but we're gonna use the guides, and we're gonna use 2 columns, row and columns. We're gonna use the 2 columns, row and columns, number 2, and press OK. And there you go, you have your columns. When you see gutter, this is the space between the rows and the columns. Press OK. Let's create an image layer. So what we have to do is we're gonna call it image. So make this the image layer for all the image we want to include. And we're gonna create another layer. We're gonna call it the text. And then as you can see with the layers, just like Photoshop, you see the eye symbol. This is, if you want the image to disappear, you click it, it disappears. You want it to come back, you click it back on. So now we're going to, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna add our text. And we're gonna add our text box. So as you can see, we have, we dragged it, okay? And now we're gonna import the text from the desktop. And what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna copy and paste our text. So we're going to extend the column so you can see all of the text that you want. So as you can see, we stretch the column to the bottom, and then we're gonna move it. We're gonna use the arrow tool, selection tool, and we're just gonna move the box. We're gonna move the box, as you can see, and we're also gonna have it fit within the frame, in between the gutter, the row and the gutter. Now we're going to include another image. So go to the image layer,
Okay, we're gonna go to the rectangle frame tool. It looks like an envelope. We're gonna drag it across the screen to the upper left. What we want to do is we want to insert an image from the desktop. As you can see, we're dragging the image, and as you can see, it fits right into the folder. Now we could turn our text layer to see how it fits in. We hid the text box with the eyes. As you can see, we can hide it again. So you can see it again, hide it. There you go. Now we bring it back in. You could hide the images. Okay, now we want to put um, header text on the top of the columns. So we're gonna do is that we're gonna move the box, the column box down. Okay, so we go into the text tool, we're gonna drag it across the top. Nature and balance. And as you can see, we're selecting the text. The size is as of now is 12-point font. We're gonna make it size 30. And you could also go to property, go to window, property. Okay, now as you can see, I clicked it off. Window property. And as you can see character style, you can see, you can see the different style of text that you want to choose. So we want something very bold. Okay. So we're gonna go with this text over here, nature and balance. Okay, so right now we're gonna make the font a little bit smaller because it's kind of dominating the scene. Okay. And then change the color. Okay, we're gonna change the color. I think we're looking more for the color to change the color, select the text, go to fill, double click, and then you'll see the gradient. You'll see a selection of a lot of different colors. So we're gonna go with green. Okay, and as you can see, our text, yes, our text is green. And what we're gonna do is that we're going to go to the selection tool, and we're gonna move our column. We're gonna move our column back up. We're also gonna stretch the column a little bit down. Okay. And we're gonna make sure it fits within the frame. Okay. And you could also, because we want to use, this is multiple columns, but we mainly gonna have one column of text, but we want to add more text to fill our column. And then we're gonna add a caption for the image. So this is the caption, as you can see. And then the caption, most likely we want to bold the text. We're gonna bold it. We want to populate the space. So what we're gonna do, as you see what we're doing, we just copy and paste the text to fill our columns. This is another text box. And we're gonna populate the space. To preview, go to the image layer, press W. We're going to do some quick alignments. We're gonna use the selection tools in the column box to make sure everything is in alignment, proportional, symmetrical. We want everything to be aesthetically pleasing. Again, go to image and press W to see how it looks. This is the basic introduction to InDesign. I hope you learn a lot about the features of the tools and keep experimenting. It could be a very useful software for many creative projects.